At the end of 2022, Tia Mowry had everything looking up. Everything was supposed to be going better for her. And that is what she was telling the world. She divorced Cory Hardrict and everything else was going to be okay. Because he was the anchor in the relationship. He was the problem. And because he was the problem, he had to go. And that's what he did. He tried to stay. He tried to convince her, but she wasn't having it. And even when people were making negative remarks about him, sometimes she would go and like them on Instagram. But that's the kind of person that she was. Cory Hardrict, like many men in the industry, took it in stride, didn't complain, didn't say nothing. He just went on about his life. Fast forward, Dima. Then came 2023, where she was going to talk shows saying things like this.
And it's all about, this perspective, in my opinion, and just changing the narrative. My marriage was a success.
Yeah.
I look at it as like a curriculum when you're in college or high school, right? You're learning, you're growing, you're evolving, you're creating. And I was able to create with Cory some beautiful, amazing children. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And at the end of that curriculum, and at the end, there's a graduation. There's a celebration.
Yeah, guys, you heard it. She said she graduated from marriage. And did you hear the applause in the background? Hold on, Dima. Give me an applause. Yeah, applause sound effect in the background. Women were listening to that as much as the men are listening to that. Of course, when we process that, it sounds very different because to us, it sounds insane. You graduated from marriage, like you went to Howard University and got a degree in divorceology. But be it as it may, she put herself back into the dating market. And of course, we saw the cringe TikToks of her keep changing clothes and talking about men were trash. And then of course, we saw this particular podcast clip here.
How hard is it in the dating world now?
Oh my God.
What is it like out there for a single woman?
Do we have a shot of tequila? No. No,
I haven't been single for 5 years, so I don't know what this world is like out there. But I know it. But from what I see and from what I hear, it is tough.
It is very tough, and it is exhausting.
It's exhausting.
I want to throw the towel in. Someone had told me, and I wanted to be like, no, I disagree with you, and I don't want to believe it. My last relationship, when dating was, when I was, dating this person, it was beautiful. It was amazing. It was wonderful. There was courting that was, involved. And I was saying how I feel like that's no longer, present, meaning like people just don't court each other anymore. And this person was like, well, that's old news. Like people just don't do that anymore. There's just this whole new way of doing things. And I'm like, you mentioned tradition, and I think that's where it kind of needs to go back to, where, a man is, courting a woman and showing her, how much he appreciates her and wants her and loves her or wants to be with her. They have this mentality right off the bat that there is someone else. Do you know what I mean? Like there could be someone else.
Is it that they're the prize?
Yes. Yes.
We talking deep here.
Yes.
We about to get into it.
Oh my God, that the man is the prize.
The man is the prize.
Yes. I'm talking loud. Yes. Also, it seems as if men are now just looking at women as objects. Things are so, it's like instant gratification. You know what I mean? They just want something like quick and easy and now.
And man, it just kept going downhill. Now, Cory Hardrict kept looking happier and happier and happier without her. He didn't really say much. He just said that he was kind of focusing on himself and he kind of went away. But Tia Mowry kept just drawing so much attention to her as her life was crumbling apart. And then there were a lot of excuses for whenever her life fell apart. She was always trying to justify it. Even when she was in London, she'd take all these nice pictures on yachts, trying to look rich. She probably is rich. She's definitely richer than me, but still something was missing and she still couldn't get it. But we saw the same thinking that happened when Jeannie Mai got divorced, when she got dumped. What did Jeannie Mai say? Sad music. Well, you know what? This is a sign that I just need to love myself more. Yeah, I need to love myself more. Yes, that's what it is. I need to love myself more. That's what it is. Yes, I figured it out. You see, the problem is I'm not loving myself as much. And so if I love myself more, then the next time, yes, I get in a relationship with somebody, I can actually love them. Can I get a stop the cap sound effect?
Stop the cap.
Yeah, stop the cap sound effect. And this is, I mean, it just continues to be more delusional and delusional as we go along, because for us as men, we don't get that. The reason why you got divorced from Freddie Ortiz and Jeezy within 5 years is because you don't know how to love somebody else. So the problem is you already love yourself too much. Your issue is you can't keep anybody, but it's okay. So then Tia Mowry reflected, kept reflecting, and kept reflecting. And now she realizes that she is lonely. Can I get an aw sound effect? Aww. And it's a big deal because, you know, she's so lonely. She wants people to know about her loneliness that probably don't care anything about her. And we don't see Cory Hardrick talking about being lonely because booty clapping sounds. Cory Hardrick isn't really lonely. And she's out here with a nice Christmas tree, singing by herself, and you know, looking like one of the Pointer Sisters in the background with these old ass 70s dresses and stuff. But let's read the Instagram reel and let's see what she has to say, right? Sad music! I have a confession to make. I've never been alone until now. Fast forward, demo. For the longest time, I find myself in the company of others, as my work and family commitments kept me constantly surrounded by people. And not to mention, I have a twin. Well, listen to this. Alone time was a rare occurrence growing up. Watch the shifts, guys. However, over the past year, I deliberately shifted my perspective and embraced moments of solitude. I realized that being alone wasn't a punishment, but rather an opportunity to recharge. Through conscious effort, I transformed these moments into a crucial aspect of maintaining my well-being. Now, give a round of applause. If you guys notice this, every problem that Tia Mowry has in her life, it's always a goalpost shift to justify the oblique failures that she's causing upon herself. This is something that a lot of black men complain about, and men in general. Instead of trying to admit that she made an extreme mistake by letting go a great husband that loved her and cared for her, she wants to make being alone a good thing. Well, she was just alone on the yacht and these other things and these other places. And so now you're acting like, oh, it's a moment to recharge. But the reality is the reason why you're alone is possibly you've pushed everybody away from you that actually cared about you. And it's a good indication that you're going to be alone for a while, because you kept saying that, I don't know, on your Twitter post, I don't have them right now. Maybe Demon can find them, maybe you can't. But I know there'll be somebody for me. Love will find me again. Are you really sure about that, Tia? Because you're alone now. So if love will find you again, I know that love will find me again. No. So at first it's, I know love will find me again, but now it's this. Now it's this. Like, you know, and then what about this tweet here? Right. Check this out. Just because the dating life is complicated doesn't mean I'm going to go back to something that no longer serves me. That's like saying if I go book an audition hour apart right away. You can't spell. I'm going to give up on my dreams as an actor. Please stop. I ain't that weak. Please move on because I have thank you next. So basically, you're taking a shot at Cory Hardrick, right? That's what she said on October 7th, 2023. The guy never said anything. Now you're justifying being alone. You don't know what you're going to do. I mean, you're just at this point, like, if you leave a lady like this, aren't you excited that you've done that? I mean, I'm just gonna be honest. No disrespect to ladies or at all. We're not here to do that. I'm not here to talk bad about ladies. I'm here to deal with certain delusions in the world today, in society, that certain people, men or women, may have. And this is one of the reasons why men just don't really feel like they want to get involved in long-term relationships with people who exhibit these sorts of behaviors, because it doesn't make any sense. These ladies, first of all, people like her, they They first of all pick men that are doing worse than them. That's the first thing. That's the problem that Tia did with Cory Hardrick. Just so when they want to get rid of him, they can say, well, he no longer serves me. Same thing with Keke Palmer, right? This is the same thing that you're going to find with Lonnie Love. It's the same thing you're going to find with Cardi B and Offset. And at certain points, Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty, okay? They pick these guys because they can't get a guy better than them. So whatever they want to blame him and says that he can't serve them, that's the reason Wawa's always doing better than him in the first place. But because their unaccountability can't be challenged by a person that's doing worse. You see, a guy that's doing better can make you change. He can get you out of there quicker. But they don't even want to change. They want to remain in this level of entitlement, in this case, or delusion, and think that somebody wants to put up with it. And at age 45, you would think like, oh, maybe experience would have taught her that she shouldn't do this. But Jeannie Mai was in her 40s and nobody told her the truth. So expect that things will get worse, because in the real world, valuable people, you're going to have to produce for the relationship. And I don't know why it is that women feel like they don't need to produce things that men are looking for in relationships. It's just not a one-sided thing, but it's okay, Tia Mowry. You can continue being lonely like you will be. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy Shady Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe and hit the bell. Oh, start the show. Happy New Year's! 2024. Y'all are still dusty. Peace.